Now, Heartland Sports with Todd Richards.
Hi again, everyone. The Ohio Valley Big South Conference hands out football honors today. SEMO wide receiver Cam Pedro and defensive back Landon Sylvie named to the first team. Pedro led the Redhawks, 65 receptions and 814 yards, 4 touchdowns. Pretty good, right? Sylvie finished with a team-high 893 tackles, including 58 solo stops. Also making second team for SEMO, Jeremy Walton, Justin Keller, Ryan Kingston, Judd Cunningham, and Cole Rubel. Well, UT Martin scores high on the defensive side of the ball. Skyhawks edge rusher Keyshawn Johnson named OVC Big South Defensive Player of the Year. Also, news out of the Missouri Valley Conference, football conference there. SIU quarterback DJ Williams named a Peyton Award finalist, which is awarded to the National Offensive Player of the Year in the FCS. Williams had one of the Salukis' best seasons ever at quarterback, passed for over 2,800 yards to go with 22 touchdowns, ran for another 800 plus to go with 18 scores. Talking baseball, Cardinals trade starting pitcher Sonny Gray to the Red Sox, acquire 26-year-old right-hander pitcher Richard Fitz and prospect Brandon Clark. Gray went 14-8 with St. Louis last year, a 4.28 earned run average. Cardinals, by the way, he had a 13-year career. He's had one. He's still going with 5 teams, 125 wins and 102 losses to go with 3 All-Star appearances. Well, SEMO will induct 5 individuals to its 2025 Hall of Fame class. The list includes baseball coach Steve Beezer, track and field standout Brandon Colbert, football star linebacker Blake Pfeiffer out of Jackson, wide receiver Paul McRoberts also on the list to go along with cross-country standout Lindsey Zeiler. Congratulations to all of them.